and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I've always wanted to be on that audience. Mother Superior is on her way over here, and I was hoping you guys could do me a big favor and help put her in a good mood. Believe me, you do not want to deal with a crappy Reverend Mother. So what I was hoping was, when she comes in, we're going to give her the good old Mount St. Helens cheer. Looks like a few people don't remember it, so let me show it to you. It goes like this. Woo, woo, woo. So let's all try it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo. That was pretty good. All right, now, do we have any whistlers in the audience?
Here she is, folks, our own Reverend Mother, Sister Mary Regina!
Where is Sister Amnesia?
Oh, I see her. I'll get her. Sister Amnesia, come on out here. Come on. We're all friends here. It's okay. Here. There you go. She's just a little bit nervous, folks. She's a big mess is what she is. So we're ready to go. All righty. Brings back some memories, huh? Yeah, some Catholics in the audience. It has to like here, please. Right here. Follow us down. Right here. Over here. Over here. There. Perfect. Sister Myopia. Our archery instructor. Thank you, Sister Myopia. Good evening, friends. Good evening, sister. Good evening, friends. Good evening, sister. Ooh, we sure can train them, huh, Hubert? Very good. On behalf of the Little Sisters of Hoboken, I would like to welcome you to the theater at the Mount St. Helens School. And I would like to express our gratitude to each and every one of you for coming out to participate in our fundraising activities this evening. Now, I'd like to clear up what may be some confusion about our set here. You see, our 8th graders are putting on a musical Vaseline. And I told them, no, it's Grease. Where? Grease. Oh, Grease. Who knew? Okay. So anyway, I instructed the 8th graders that we would not disturb their handiwork while we were putting on our show here this evening. So things might be a little bit incongruous here tonight. But we have a wonderful introductory song for you this evening. But before we begin, let us ask the Lord to bless our endeavors. Sister Reverend, if you would. Let them pray, not all spirits rose. Nunsense to in place to attention for our little fundraiser here this evening. We had a small disaster back at the convent. You see, our cook, Sister Julia, child of God, served up some vichyssoise soup, and nearly all of the sisters died instantly of botulism.
Yeah, it was kind of like the Last Supper. That's a little convent humor.
Well, we wouldn't even be here tonight if it wasn't for the fact that we were off playing bingo with some Reynolds. What a bunch of cutthroats they turned out to be.
I still say that their Reverend Mother cheated when she didn't call me 15. I know she did.
Down here. Don't get your knickers all in a twist. The point is that when we got back to the convent, we found 52 of our sisters lying face down in that soup.
Well, we didn't know what to do, so we all began to pray for guidance.
And that's when I had a vision. Now, it's either St. Catherine of Siena or St. Thomas Aquinas in drag. I never could tell those two apart. Well, I've never seen them together either. Anyway, I was instructed to start a greeting card company to raise funds, and so I did, and it was a huge success.
That's right. So we took the money, we buried 48 of the 52 dead sisters. And then the Reverend Mother went out and bought us a 3D HD flat screen TV for the convent. Now, personally, I would have buried all the sisters before we bought the flat screen, but hey, I'm just the mistress of novices. I'm just number 2 around here. One tries hard not to question the Reverend Mother.
And one will try harder in the future. That's right, dear. Anyway, the worst part about it is we had to put those last 4 dead sisters in the freezer.
And the Ben and Jerry's ain't tasted the same scent.
We really got to get those girls buried, so that's why we're putting on the show to raise enough money to bury the last 4 sisters.
That's right. But first, we thought you might like to know a little history of the Little Sisters of Hoboken, and that is what our next song is all about.
Thank you, Hubert.
Oh, don't mention it. Don't mention it. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the sisters.
Alrighty. You know, we started out running a leper colony. Now, I know some of you might find that a little bit distasteful, but all the good causes were taken. So we started out in France, and we, yes. Mother, she's in my spots. Oh, I'll take care of it. Amnesia! You're over here, dear. Come on over here. Right here. Wasn't that a fun trip? Are you good down here? All right. Well, then let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ave Maria, it's so heavenly to be a member of a group that's putting on a show. Although it is a difficult transition, for we started off as missionaries, which of course is obviously much more apropos. But their mission got in trouble, and Her sisters went to pieces at a devastating rate. When a novice spilled her food, at first we thought her rather crude, till we realized that her hand was on the floor, with her fork and her plate. Wait, there's more! The Protestant, it seemed, had set out to bring our drink. We had humble huts while they had leopard condos by the sea. Competing for each leper put our mission work in jeopardy. So we devised a plan to avoid catastrophe. We challenged them to race, cause we thought we trumped their ace. In the 100-meter dash, when we entered Sister Rose. But as she was victory bound, her schnoz fell on the ground. If you hadn't fallen off, she had won it by a nose. Oh, bummer. Hubert, Robert, Anne, and I had managed once more to survive, but this time we knew we were in a truly hopeless spot. So we packed up what was left, feeling totally bereft, and got up on going, was still able to be just. We went back home to Hoboken, but with spirits so broken, no one really knew if we pulled through. Then Reverend Mother prayed there would be a new crusade, and we were doing great till Sister Julia made that stew. Mon Dieu! Ave Maria, it's so heavenly to be a mother. Sister, making a debut in front of you. It's a difficult transition for the missioner's position. Was up to now the only one we knew. It's sad but true. So we hope you'll understand that we're not absolutely grand, but we will do our best to see that you're impressed. We hope we'll pass the test. Now the rest is up to you. Oh, Sister Amnesia, where are you going, dear?
I was just going with what's her veil?
Aren't you in charge of the quiz, dear?
Oh, I forgot.
I don't know, Reverend Mother.
I don't know what I'm going to do with her.
I know. I keep hoping if she remembers who she is, that we'll discover she belongs to the Franciscans.
Oh, Sister Amnesia. Now remember what I taught you in the novitiate, dear, okay? Here's a verb.
Gentle, but firm. Right. Sit up straight, eyes forward, and pay attention. Do you know what time it is? No. I always know what time it is. You see, back at the convent, we have this huge clock with the 12 apostles pasted on it. And I know that when the big hand is on the Peter and the little hand is on the John, it's time for the sisters to go down on their knees and pray. And now, it's time for that quiz that Reverend Mother warned you about. Okay, these are the questions that you should have the answers to if you were paying attention to that last song. Could I have some lights? Oh, magic. Thank you. Now, if you know the answer, raise your hand. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's try that again. Are you ready?
Yes, sister.
Excellent. Thank you. Question number 1. The leper colony was established on an island south of
France.
Let's go back to the instructions. If you know the answer, raise your hand. I'm going to give you one more chance. The leper colony was established on an island south of... Look at those hands. you today. Hello. What is our answer? Very good. Now, would you have known the answer if everybody else had blurted it out first? Good, you're honest. I have a prize for you. Now, this is a genuine St. Christopher motorist prayer card. Now, it says right here, I am a Catholic. In case of accident, please call a priest. Are you Catholic? That's okay. And I knew that. Do you want to know why? See, if you're a Catholic, you know you're supposed to stand when Sister calls on you. Now, what are you? Okay, and who would you call in the case of an accident? Okay, you're going to cross this off. I am a Mormon. Cross the priest off and say AAA.
There you go.
Now, I must warn you that St. Christopher no longer has a day. I think he had an accident or something. So we did get these cards at a discount. Buckle up. I'd buckle up if I were you. But let's give our winner a hand. Question number 2. This is harder than the first one. Why? Oh, there's more. Why did the sisters leave the leper colony? Close enough. The nose came off. You get a nose. And more than that. Please stand. Thank you. Now, the nose fell off. That's correct. That's close enough. Now you get this prayer card right here, but I need to ask if you know who this is. That's okay. I'll give you a hint. He liked animals and little birdies. St. Francis! Yes! Now, some people believe that St. Francis was a sissy, but that's not right. Reverend Mother explained. He's of a CC, and that is very different. Here you are. Let's give our winner a hand. Now, do I have any Catholics in the audience tonight? I have a prize for you just for being Catholic. I bet you never thought it would pay off.
No, you're shy.
Hello. For you, I have a medal of a saint. You can stick it anywhere you like. That's Saint Jenifer. She's the patron saint for people with mental disorders. You know, very good. Reverend Mother said I need to pray to her every day. Congratulations. Let's give our winner a hand. Now, I do have one more question that Sister Hubert wanted me to ask. Do you think it was wrong for Reverend Mother to buy a 3D HD flat screen TV before all the sisters were buried? They did not answer yet.
That's part of the quiz, I think. And now I would like to present Sister Mary Leo in her interpretation of Morning at the Convent. Sister Mary Leo.
I wake up all weary when I first hear the angels query.
Benedicite.
Darliness, thank God we can't speak to each other. I'm not in the mood to be cheery. Put on the tunic and scapular, then low and full. Look, no here. And they'll complete their nuns till joy. And call the hour, then the tower signal the warning. We Dancing is the way I pray. I can have a perfect day if I start off with a torch So if you wake up feeling lost, try life through it for you now.
Sister,
Point your toes once each day.
well, Sister Leo, that was wonderful. I wish I could dance like you.
Oh, thank you. Well, you could have seen a lot more, but Reverend Mother won't let me wear a tutu.
Well, you know how the Reverend Mother feels about the traditional nun habit.
I know. If God wanted everyone to look like people,
He wouldn't have invented nuns. That's right, dear.
But when I enter the convent, I plan to dedicate
I've always taught the novices God is on their side when they're looking for the strength to avoid the sin of pride.
I know that being humble is a virtue we hold dear, but how can I be humble and advancing my career?
Sister Leo, your vocation is your career. Oh, hang on, folks, I gotta talk to her. I gotta stop this foreclosing apartment. Dear, you know, I wanted to be a nun ever since I was a little girl. My dream was to enter the convent, work my way up to Mother Superior, and turn the Little Sisters of Hoboken into the Big Sisters of Newark. Well, the first lesson I had to learn upon entering the convent is that we are not to strive for position, just perfection. Besides, she who exalts herself shall be humbled, and she who humbles herself shall be exalted. Reverend Mother is boss, and so I must obey. But as mistress of the novices, I shine in my own way.
You mean if I'm really humble, I could have a shout and a bit of exaltation with my simple art?
You got it, kid. The biggest thing, the best. Very often we're impressed by a tiny diamond chip that seems to outshine all the rest. So pay attention now. Here's what you must do. Don't demand the spotlight, let the spotlight come to you.
I'm beginning to see the light.
Remember Sister Hilda, whose endowment was so great.
When she put on her collar, it stood up like a plate.
Well, one day when the bishop came, she went to the door and she knelt to kiss his ring. She fell flat out on the floor and proved
The biggest thing, the best, as the bishop will attest.
the Lord tells us the least are often those that are the best. So let that be a lesson to you. Try to understand. The people with the biggest drums don't always lead the band. Oh, the biggest thing, the best. Very often we're impressed by a tiny diamond chip that tends to outshine all the rest. So do what you do well.
I will be fine.
Just remember to be humble as we proudly go and smile, baby.
Sparkle, really?
Sing out, Louise, and shine. What do you think? I call it my convent Miranda. Sister, I'm appalled. How's the respect? Come on, Rev. Chill out. Look, I have another surprise for you. Another surprise. See, I realized that when you were putting together the program, you forgot to include a solo for me. So I've been working on a song with Myopia, and I was hoping you could find a spot for it in the show. Just listen to this. Hit it. When I became a nun at a very early age. Sisters. You are the understudy. Don't you understand what a
great honor and responsibility that is. Why, you have to be ready at a moment's notice in case something happens. I mean, look at me, for example. I am the Mother Superior. I am not some musical comedy star.
I realized that from the first jumper. Hey, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I'd rather have a spot that is just for Robert Ann. I'm not asking for a lot. The understudy never shines until the star is ill. Then the crowd is hostile. The star's not on the bill.
Sister, I do not think we should be talking about this in front of the audience.
Playing second fiddle positively means his kid'll never get him mowing on the stage alone. Even God forbid if has something happened and you did get sick.
Yes.
An understudied part is not my own. Listen, I've been reading up on this understudy stuff, and believe me, it is not encouraging. Here, look. Who here knows that Dally Levi's also Phoebe Oscar Wall? Carol Channing wasn't sick, so Phoebe wasn't called. This girl Lenora Nevitz has it on her resume that she's understudied everyone. Where is she today?
Well, there is Shirley MacLaine.
No. Shirley doesn't count. That was just bizarre. Carol Haney breaks her leg. Shirley is a star. It's a miracle when understudies get the starring jobs.
Well, then I'd start praying if I were you.
For what?
A miracle.
Playing second fiddle positively means his kid'll never get a lead, cause everybody knows whoever understudied Herman as the gypsy mama permanently ended up a second-hand rose.
Reverend Mother, I'm ready.
I've got to go get Amnesia ready for her number. We'll talk about this later.
Her number? You gave her a number. She doesn't even know who she is. My number's ready to go. Come on, Rev. I had aspirations.
Well, you can kiss your aspirations goodbye.
I gotta find a way that I can get a soul spot so I can prove to Reverend Mother what it takes I got. Maybe that she'll understand this feeling in my soul that I deserve a leading role.
You don't have to clap every time I come out. You know, I feel personally responsible for the little predicament that we're in this evening. You see, Julia, the cook, has just never really got a handle on her vocation. I mean, just the other day, we wanted to have the Monsignor over for dinner, so I asked Julia to cook something special. A little while later, I'm walking past the kitchen and I see Julia setting up an ironing board. So I say, Julia, what the hell are you doing? And she says, I'm making pressed duck. I'm telling you folks, it's not easy. We used to have 71 members in our order, and now we're down to 19 because of Julia. Oh, yes, dear.
Reverend Mother, I thought I was supposed to do this part.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. You are supposed to do this part. You go right ahead. I forgot. It must be catching. Sister Hubert, keep an eye on her. I need to go to the little nun's room.
Hello. My name is Sister Mary. Oh, for a minute there, I thought I remembered my real name. Anyway, I'm here to tell you what being a nun means to me. Now, Reverend Mother says that if I give a good talk, at least one of you is going to want to join our order. And I think it might be you, my Mormon friends. I think it's just wonderful. That you want to be a nun, and you think it might be fun to be one of the ones who's a nun. Then the order you like to select should reflect, I suspect, a desire to reflect all you've done until now. I wish that somehow. Oh, stop it, William. I can't stand listening to this. Why, Sister Marionette, I thought you stayed in France with the Protestants. No way, Jose. For Girls, if you want to be a nun, join an order that still wears a habit. Well, we still wear our habits to retain our magic spell, but even I know a habit does not a nun make. Get real, will you? Hit it, sweetheart. It's a really very simple with a wimple you'll learn. You'll get instant respect, which you don't have to earn. Move right up in line without waiting your turn. Virtues like patience are not our concern. Sister, I thought virtue was always our concern. Think about our solemn vows. There are three we must espouse: poverty, chastity, and obedience. What the hell are you trying to do? Make me go deaf? Sister, don't be silly. We can't go deaf. Everyone can see nuns don't have ears. Now, where was I? Oh, right. Let's talk with poverty, empty your purse. Poverty makes being poor even worse. Granted, it's not so extreme for a nun. We may not be starving, but still it's not fun. Not fun, 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 fun. No fun, no fun, no fun, no fun, no fun. No fun, no fun, no fun, no fun. What are you talking about? Poverty's not fun. You can't deny you live like we're in Beverly Hills while Mother Superior pays all the bills. Wake up, smell a coffee, girl. My eyes are first rate. From a nun's point of view, poverty's great. Sister, poverty's great? Well, isn't it obvious? We can have everything. We just can't own it. Oh. Chastity is where we found our postulates are losing ground. You must be celibate. You can't screw around. Sister! Oh, obedience is number 3. You cannot question what will be if you have no opinions. Living is easy. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm beginning to remember who I am. Yeah, and the cotton's jumping and the fish are high. Can we get back to obedience? If pain can make you perfect, then this job is for you. Every time you disobey, they beat your ass black and blue. Sister! The confessional where she belongs. Everything she says is wrong. Sister's just jealous because I stole her song. Dedication and commitment, you're so full of. Don't finish the fun. No habit, no ticket to fun. This song is. Get the hook.
Why didn't someone tell me she had that puppet?
Don't look at me.
Who knew?
You knew. I know you knew.
Oh, I knew she had a puppet, but I had no idea she was.
What if there are some plain-clothes nuns in the audience? I certainly hope no one was offended.
Yes, so please don't let this affect your generosity this evening.
You know, because we just really ought to get those girls out of the freezer. You never know when the Board of Health is going to be coming around.
Did I miss something?
Well, just the boat, dear.
Mother, we don't have a boat. Sister, what's her veil? She drove the car.
Amnesia. Reverend Mother was just saying that we don't know when the Board of Health inspector might be coming around.
Oh, well, he came this afternoon.
Amnesia, you've been here practicing with us all day.
But he called yesterday.
What? Amnesia, why don't you tell me these things?
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh. Amnesia, go call the convent, see if anything's happened. Oh, dear Lord. I don't know if anything's happened or not.
Hubert, I thought I told you to tell her to report everything to me. Well, don't blame this on me. You're the one that went out and bought the 3D HD flat screen TV.
Why? Because you always bring that up. Every single time anything comes up, you bring up the HD that I bought the TV. How do I know that Hubert, stop it! Stop it! Turn that off!
Reverend Mother, I got the answering machine.
Yes, dear. Well, what did it say?
Thank you for calling the convent of Mount
Amnesia. Jump ahead.
Right. Thank you for calling the convent of Mount St. Helen. And Sister Mary Eugene had to go down to the Board of Health for questioning.
Oh my goodness, Amnesia, this is a fine mess you've got us in. This is just terrible. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
Oh, honey. Regina, you didn't have to be so hard on her. Well, I didn't mean to. You know I didn't mean it. Go and check on her and make sure she's okay. Me? Yes, you. Hubert, do this. Hubert, do that.
Nope.
Hubert, do this. No, do that. Oh, I tell you what, being a Reverend Mother sometimes is really hard. Being a leader in these progressive times is nearly impossible. Why, just the other day, Robert Ann comes into my office. Well, actually, let me back up. When she first came to the convent, they told me that she was streetwise. Well, I thought that meant she knew her way around town. Ooh, that girl knows things that you can't even show on HBO. Ooh. Anyway, she comes into my office and she says to me that she's going to write a book on feminine hygiene for her gym class. And she tells me what she's going to call it. You know what she's going to call it? The Catholic Girl's Guide to an Immaculate Conception. I'm telling you, folks, it's not easy. Oh, sometimes I wonder why I became a nun in the first place. I didn't have to, you know. The other sisters don't know this, but I started out as a tightrope walker. Yep. I'm not making this stuff up. My parents had a high wire act, and they were built 2 tons on a tightrope. Oh, my family's a little bit on the hefty side. But my father told us if we tried really hard that we could be as good as the Flying Melindas. All us kids were in the act. Well, except Mary Claire. That's our sister. She took up with the contortionist, and one day they were doing like some position, and they were doing, oh, I can't tell you. It's too terrible. Anyway, I was telling you about the act. So we got booked in London, and we had a wire stretched across the river from one side to the other. And there they were, 2 tons on a tightrope, up on the wire, when all of a sudden the wire snapped and boom, boom, 2 tons in the Thames. I told the Lord right then and there if he would save them that I would become a nun. How did I know he was going to pull them through? I thought they were goners for sure. But you know, since the Lord kept his end of the bargain, I figured I should keep mine. So here I am. But you know the truth? I wouldn't have it any other way. But I gotta tell you something. I see the spotlight and though it's not right, I simply can't resist its call. To some nuns it's bingo at the parish hall. Turn up the spotlight and I have a ball. Lose my head then, I know I'm dead when I start to hear that laughter grow. It really wasn't all that long ago when I was up there. for you. Take me home, boys! I'm your right Reverend Mother, there isn't any other. Your right Reverend Mother, superior God, oh yeah! Woo! Well, look who's become quite the Debbie Reynolds.
Oh, was she a mother superior too?
Not quite yet, but she was a senior.
Lilacs.
What?
Lilacs.
Oh, lilacs. Oh, lilacs are beautiful. Where'd they come from?
There's a card.
Let's take a look at the card. From the ladies of the Hadassah, wishing us Mazel Tov. Wasn't that sweet? Yeah.
Oh, these sure bring back memories. Every time I smell my lads, I remember my first romance. I was putting on a ballet in my backyard when I fell in love with the dance.
Every time I smell lilacs, I remember that very special day when the bishop came and gave me my name. Hubert. I was gonna die.
Oh, wait a minute, Amnesia, I've got an idea. Lilacs make us remember things that happened long ago.
Maybe the fragrance can take you backwards in time to a place you know.
They smell very nice, it's true, but they don't remind me of anything. Wait a minute. Yes, they do. I'm running through the field with the neighbor kids when I hear Mama calling me to go. Dinner is ready, hurry home. But I can't remember who.
Oh.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Stop right this instant. What do you think this is, the Wizard of Oz? And who do you think you are? Margaret Hamilton? Watch it, Missy.
Look, I have something important to tell you.
Well, what is it?
When I was in the girls' locker room getting my veil fixed, I found this.
Oh.
I think one of our students has a serious problem.
Well, what kind of a serious problem?
Look, I know about this stuff, and I have to explain to you that
You
it
can
is not...
explain later. We've got to get ready for the first act finale.
But then Yoda's in the backyard.
Hubert, you take them and get them ready for the first act finale. And you, get that out of your veil. But Rev, get that out of your veil.
I'm melting.
If only she could. Well, I'm sorry about the little delay, folks, but they'll only be a few minutes here. Now, what is this stuff that they're making a fuss about? Oh, it's called Huff. Huff. Huh. Must be something you take when you want to blow houses in, like the big bad wolf. Let's see here. Put a couple of drops in a bag and inhale deeply. Huh. Well, let's just see what you're talking about here. Oh, that's terrible! That smells awful! I just can't imagine what they're doing with this stuff. It just can't be good for you. Oh, how terrible. Huh. I think it's terrible. Let me just check. Yep. It's good. Oh, now I'm ready to blow up. I'll sit. hot in here? Oh, it feels awful hot in here. Well, it'll just be a few minutes. A few minutes. A few minutes. We'll be getting back to Nunsense. No, that's not right. Butch Cassidy and the Nunsense Kid. Flash done. Oh my goodness. None with the wind. Oh wow. Oh, it's hot in here. It's so hot. Oh goodness. You know what? I think I'm going to be taking this back to the convent with me. Have you guys ever tried this stuff? Yes, you have. You're techies. Have you guys tried this stuff? You have. I know you have. Oh, it's pretty good stuff. I'm taking some of this back to the convent. I sure am. Woo! Oh, goodness. Well, we'll just sit back and watch a couple of Butch Nuns dance. I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. Oh, come in. Oh, goodness. Oh. The wheels on the bus go round and round, around and around. The wheels on the bus. Oh, goodness. Oh, my It's a miracle. Somebody call me a donkey and get me to a manger. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh no. I'm stuck. Don't anybody rush up here and help me. I got this. I can do this all by myself. I think. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I'll just take a little nap. Free Willy! Free Willy! Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh, Reverend Mother. Hubert, I'm falling and I can't get up. Turn off that spotlight. Wait, I'm not going. Yes, you are. I could have told her that stuff makes you fly.
You're gonna fry.
Hey now, I didn't tell her to use it. All right. There's been a slight change and that's to ensue. Planned this song for Act 2. Well, we did, but it's not. We gotta do it now. If ever you are tempted to transgress, remember this. Hubert, I just saw Elvis. He's alive! He's alive! Idle mind is where the devil works, so in my analysis, if busy hands are happy hands, the dancing feet are limbs. So, tackle that temptation where the time step, not a one step or a two step, but a time step. So hop, step, a lap on change in your tap shoes. You can chase the devil out and shout the good news. Tackle that temptation where the time step before temptation tackles you. I said,
Tackle that temptation in the time step. Not a one step or a two step, but a time step. And if that's not enough, then go and shuffle off to Buffalo. Tackle that temptation with a time step before temptation tackles you.
see why not.
All right. How do you make holy water?
I don't know how do we make holy water.
You boil the hell out of it.
Oh, I have a joke.
Well, do you remember it, Hubert?
Yes, I think so. What did Jesus say at the Last Supper?
What did Jesus say at the Last Supper?
If you want to be in the picture, get on this side of the table.
Oh, Sister Hubert, you tell your joke.
Oh,
yes,
Why did Moses wander in the wilderness for 40 years?
Why did Moses wander for 40 years?
Because he's a man. He's not going to ask for directions.
Sister Hubert, are you out here?
Yes, sister.
Can you come up here, please? I need to talk to you.
Please.
You guys can keep on talking. We'll be ready in a minute. I have just been informed that Reverend Mother is still in the girls' locker room performing an act of contrition. So you know what that means? The understudy is on. You guys go ahead and get ready for the next number. I've got it out here. No problem.
Are you sure you got this?
Oh yeah. Chill out. All right. Now that I have you to myself, I'd like to share something with you that I think you'll get a kick out of. And that is some more of my habit, humor. Now some of you might wonder what nuns do in their spare time. Well, this nun likes to create other nuns. For example, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Sister Dorothy. You lady blue. Sister Heidi. Now this is one of my favorites. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Thank you. Oh, I see you guys got tickets. Okay, I have one more, but it takes a minute, so bear with me. Can we get a little mood music, please? I do these for my students. They think they're hilarious. But then, they love to laugh. That's how I get through to them, you know? By being funny. I teach 7th grade, and that is a hard age to be. I should know. When I was in 7th grade, I got sent to St. Clair's School for the Deplorable. Okay, almost finished here. The final impression of the evening. The calla lilies are in bloom again. Such a strange flower. Reverend. Thank you. Let's not mention this to you know who. Reverend Mother does not always appreciate my methods or my behavior. But you gotta understand, I'm from Canarsie. You know where that is? Brooklyn. Yo, Mom! Gee, how you do? You had to be tough. And I was. I was one tough kid. You see, my dad was never around, and my mom, she worked 2 jobs, so us kids were alone a lot. I was always in trouble. That's why I got sent to St. Clair's. But hey, it worked out okay. My background even paid off a little. Not only do I drive the convent car, but I can strip it faster than any mechanic in the world. You know, some of my friends back in the hood still, and
not believe that I am a nun. But I have to tell you why. It's because of Sister Rose, for instance. She was the head of St. Clair's, and boy, oh boy, was she something. She was the one person that made me believe I was worth something. And I wanted to be just like her. Sometimes I miss St. Clair's. Things were really different back then. It was a long time ago. At St. Clair's School, religion class began with mass each day. It was said in Latin then. That's how I learned to pray. The nuns appeared in black and white, and so did every rule. Things were either wrong or right at St. Clair's Catholic School. Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis, excelsis. Then the rules began to change. They lost their way. What was always black and white was turning shades of gray. Holy, 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 holy Lord. The Mass is said in English now to make us more aware. Confusion seems to reign supreme, like God, it's everywhere. The church is more progressive now, though people ridicule the fact that so many things are optional. It's hard to find a rule. But through it all, I've often said those ancient Latin prayers that I first learned when growing up. Catholic nuns say, Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis, excelsis,
This is just terrible. I can't even believe this. This is a catastrophe.
What's the matter with you?
This summons just came is what's the matter with me.
It can't be that bad. Take a look.
We've got to clean out the freezer. Tomorrow morning,
Because the Jersey Board of Health has sent the final warning. They're not buying our line. The dead nuns rise and shine. We must comply or face a fine. We got to clean out the freezer 'cause they know we're the ones who have refused to start defrosting.
able to come to the show? Will she be here for the show? No. No? No. Whoa, Lord deliver me.
I can get my number.
I don't think so. I guess I'm just gonna have to do Julia's part. No, fill in. Let's see. Has anybody seen that recipe book that she wants to sell?
Oh, I forgot it in the station wagon.
Oh, I'm gonna need that book. Would one of you go get it?
I will.
Oh, all three of you go. Oh, Hubert, we got sisters in the freezer and Mary Eugene down at the Board of Health, and I don't know Julia's part. What's a Reverend mother to do?
Every time you have to face a crisis, who's the one that helps you muddle through?
All right, confess it, yes, the truth is, I couldn't do it without you.
That's true.
Hit it. We're just a couple of sisters, plain as we can be. Just a couple of sisters who discovered harmony. Oh, sure, I could go solo.
Going solo can be fun,
But when two solos get together, they harmonize as one. None. We're just a couple of sisters out here having fun. The mistress of the novices and Reverend number one. Oh, it's true, I am in charge here, but I know I'm not alone. As long as Sister Hubert plays her harmonizing tone.
I train all the novices and do it on my own, 'cause I know Reverend Mother's near a stepping stone.
A stepping stone? A stepping stone to what, Hubert?
Oh, Regina, it's just a rhyme. I mean, the only other word I could think of was overgrown, and I know how sensitive you are about your weight.
Hubert, I will have you know I am not fat. I simply retain water.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lake Superior!
Well, what does that make you, dear? Not so bright lake? Put us both together, and we've got it all. The melody,
The harmony,
St. Peter and St. Paul.
all we need is Mary, and we have a singing group.
Every Tom and Dick and Harry is a Mary in this troop. Sister Mary Thomas,
Sister Mary Richard,
Sister Mary Harold,
Sister Mary Knowles,
Sister Mary Martin, Sister Mary Pickford, Sister Mary Sunshine. Hey, we're on a roll. Sister Mary Hartman, Sister Mary Astor,
Sister Mary Widow,
Sister Hudson,
Sister Mary Pumpkin, Sister Mary Christmas.
Sister that's enough of this Mary stuff. Just a couple of sisters in what you call rapport. We've come to entertain you by singing up a storm. Swarmy, how I love you, I'm a Reverend Mom. joke. Well, who do you think you are, Sally Field? It wasn't funny.
Yes. And they liked me. They really liked me.
Hubert, stop it. Not enough I have to contend with Rubber Ann, and now she's corrupting the novices. Oh, and it wasn't funny. Anyway, we've got better things to do right now, and we've got this commercial for the recipe book, right? Oh, righty. Well, you can see the book has a beautiful cover on it. And it is called Baking with the BBM.
That's right, but you know what, we should realize that not all of our audience members, are Catholic, so we have to explain that the BBM stands for
The Blessed Virgin Mary. That's right. Oh, the book Reverend, Mother, you look like the Pope.
You're right. I do not look like the Pope. Regina, do your Pope Francis impersonation.
No.
Come on, you want to see it?
Wants to see it.
Yes!
All right, all right. Now, all righty then, we're going to get right into this book. I will tell you that the cover has a beautiful picture of the Blessed Mother on it in her cook's hat and apron. Oh, this lady, isn't it beautiful? You ready for this? Ah, it's just gorgeous. And when you are cooking with it, it makes a beautiful accessory to the Catholic kitchen. Yep. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Amnesia here has made a wonderful steak for our book. Did you make that, dear? She made it. All by yourself? All by yourself. Nice house. Nobody. Amnesia, look over there. There's an angel. Amnesia, that angel flew in and flew right out with your stand. Yes, look, all clean. Yeah. All right, let's just get right into this book, shall we? Let's see. Oh, I can see that this main section here is just chock full of recipes especially suited for the Catholic kitchen. For example, here's Caesar Franks, Johannes and Janice. Ooh, a delightful taste treat consisting of 2 hot dogs, grafted anchovies, and served on a slice of angel food cake. Has anybody tested this stuff?
Oh no, we just got the book from Julia like today. I thought you were going to go over it with her.
I never said I was going to go over it with her.
Yes, you totally did. You said you were going to go over there.
You always say that. You always say that I have to do this and I never do it. And I go like,
You remember, we were watching the cooking channel and that chef got chopped and you said, oh, that reminds me. I got to look over the recipe book from Julia.
well, it's a little late now, isn't it?
Or is this?
All right, then. Let's get right on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you're going here. Look how cute. The lordly, simple, devil's food cake.
If you eat that, will you go to hell?
Well, maybe, dear, but what a way to go.
Oh, there's it. That was with Mary Magdalene tarts. They're easy. And cheap.
There's a recipe for Boy Scouts.
Oh, why don't you read that one, Amnesia? Well, out loud, dear. Yeah, out loud.
Boy Scout treats. First, you get 12 brownies, real hot. And then,
That must be a misprint. Alrighty then, moving right along. Here's an interesting section, holiday recipes. Everyone loves the holiday.
Sure. How about this one? Turkey stuffing.
Oh, okay. It says you take 1 package of regular stuffing mix,
One package of regular stuffing mix.
1 onion bits, 1 cup of unpopped popcorn,
1 cup of unpopped popcorn.
mix it all together. Stuff it in your bird. Put your bird in the oven. 400 degrees. And when his ass blows off, he's done. I can't believe that language, Julia! Holy smokes! What's the matter? Is there a fire? No, she's included the recipe for that
soup in here. What? Yeah, look, it's right here. Fishy slaw soup.
Well, the recipe isn't poison, is it?
Well, how should I know? But I should have known not to trust that nitwit Julia. Well, we can't sell this thing now.
What are we going to do when we're counting on the sale of those books to get the money to help carry those? I can do my fire baton.
No fire baton, excuse me.
I can do my bird calls.
Well, what dare I ask are your bird calls?
Yeah, birdie, birdie. Yeah, birdie, birdie.
I can do my number. What? I can do. All right, go ahead and do your number, please. Do you mean it? Yes, do it before I change my mind. I tell you, Hubert, I feel like we're falling to pieces like we're back in the leper colony. I can't believe how Julia could be so stupid. And how could I be so stupid? Let me count the ways. When I became a nun at a very early age, I had to choose between a convent and a life upon the stage. So when Reverend Mother said, we're putting on a show, I must tell you, I was thrilled to death. I couldn't wait to go. But then to my surprise, Reverend Mother didn't see. What's so obvious? The stage was meant for me, right? Money and fame I don't desire. I only want to sparkle. I'm not here to start a fire, you see. I don't care if I'm ever rich or famous. I just want to be a star. I don't care if you know what my name is, Robert. I just want to be a star. I want to be the one that makes you cheer, the one who's out in front instead of in the rear. For once I want to meet the band and have the crowd in the palm of my hand. So I don't care if I'm ever rich or famous, just so I can be a star. When we began this show, they were really green. They didn't know a chorus line from a chorus queen. They didn't realize that in the chorus line, you never get to strut your stuff, you never really shine. Oh, I don't care if I'm ever rich or famous, just so I can be a star. Sure, it's true that my only claim to fame is I got what it takes to be a star. I know my vow of poverty means I can't make a fortune, but when we're 80 and sitting on the porch in the old nun's home and they ask who we are, I just want to say, hey, I was a star. Oh, I don't care if I'm ever rich or famous, just so I can be. The chorus line is not for me. I'm ready to be a star. Yo, Regina, park your old car. I just wanna be a star. Well, it looks like our little sparkler turned out to be quite the firecracker. I'm sorry, Reverend Mother. Well, it really was quite shocking, but you really were fantastic. I was? Yes, you were. Amazing. Oh. Now, that will be 6 Our Fathers and 700 Hail Marys. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Patty, Maxine, and Laverne in our version of the St. Andrew's Sisters of Hoboken. Ladies!
to go to the drive-in. The Skyline drive-in. You can always survive it. Surviving times of stress and strain. Do 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 do. Wow! Give yourself a chance to sing by altering the days routine. Find the nearest movie screen and let yourself go. It's better than a magazine, of course you want to keep it clean. But if it's a fantasy, who'll ever know that you've been to the drive-in? Hey, when you arrive, find a place to park and dive in. To a box of butter popcorn and provide yourself. There's hell alive when you don't have to connive. There is a arrival when a drive home means survival. Soon as you arrive in the Skyline drive-in. It's the one place I've been that'll chase the blues away. Enough ballyhoo about what to do. It's time to roll up all this content new display. Spin the ah-doo-be-doo, wah, wah, wah.
Turning the movie screen, please.
Uh-oh.
Push the button again.
Wait, I gotta, wait. Not doing anything.
It won't come down. It looks like it's stuck.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Leo, let's go try to fix it.
Push it again.
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I know.
What do I do now?
Well, why don't you tell them one of your stories?
Well, they don't want to hear one of my stories.
Oh, sure they do. You want to hear a story, don't you? Tell us a story.
Well, do you remember the one I was telling you about last week?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Oh, but do you remember it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I'm going to tell you a story. It's about me. Sometimes in the morning, before the first bell rings, I lie here, wide awake, just wondering all kinds of things. Like who I am, or what I'd be if I were not a nun. I suppose I could be anything, but if I could be anyone, I'd like to be a country singer, like a Reynolds, with a deluxe Winnebago that I could travel in. I'd have wigs like Dolly Parton. I might even pierce my ears. I'd have rhinestone-studded cowboy boots and a sequin gown from Sears. And I'd have me some backup singers and a genuine bluegrass band. And I would go to Nashville and hear it up reland. I'd sing songs of inspiration. I'd sing songs in times of strife. Songs like "Drop Kick Me Jesus," "Through the Goalpost of Life." Oh, wait a minute. It's all coming back to me. I was going to be a country singer. And there was this contest. Oh, it's a big contest. And I remember walking out on this huge stage. And when they turned up that spotlight, all that glittered there was me. And people all were saying, she's another Brenda Lee. Oh, well, I could have gone to Nashville and become a country star. But something might more powerful was calling from afar. I started my new life inside the convent walls. Brenda Lee had given way to Sister Mary Paul. Sister Mary Paul. That's it! I'm Sister Mary Paul! Sister Mary Paul! Oh, I remember! Oh, I remember it. Oh, I could have gone to Nashville and become a relevant. Something deep inside of me was calling from within. Oh, I could have gone to Nashville, but I came here that day. I must say a little thank you prayer that it all turned out this way. Sister Mary Paul! Did you hear that? I remembered my name! Sister Mary Paul! Sister Mary Paul! How in the back, did you hear that? I'm Sister Mary Paul! I remembered who I am! Who are you? Well, I was going to be a country singer, and I was going to Nashville. Then I felt I had this calling, and I decided not to become a big star and to become unimportant like all of you. I'm Sister Mary Paul!
Sister Mary Paul. That's such a nice name, isn't it, Hubert?
I remember us, Sister Mary Paul, when we were back in France, but when we got over here, no one knew what happened to her. And then you mysteriously appeared, and all you could tell us was that a crucifix had hit you on your head. You're Sister Mary Paul! Do you remember everything?
Yeah, I think so. I won this big contest.
Contest? Oh, heavens, that's it! You're Sister Mary Paul. Sister Mary Paul is the name of the woman, or the sister, who won the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes, and they could never find her. Heavens be praised, we have the money. You're Sister Mary Paul. We're rich! Gloria in excelsis Deo. Somebody call the prize patrol.
This means we can finally bury the last 4 dead sisters.
And get a Roku for the TV.
And I helped.
Yes, you did. I was really starting to get worried about having to defrost those sisters tomorrow morning. Yeah, Jersey smells bad enough as it is. Robert.
Well, it just goes to show you that the Lord does indeed work in mysterious ways.
One moment we're desperate.
The next moment we're rich.
You just never know what the Lord Almighty has planned.
That's right, one day the mistress of novices, tomorrow.
Tomorrow the world could be saluting the world's first non-ballerina.
Of course, dear, and I'll be a size 5. The most important thing is that now we can send those last 4 sisters off to their heavenly rewards. And we can get back to concentrating on our own heavenly rewards. Because, after all, everyone here has the potential to become a saint.
But you know something? It's not that hard to be a saint.
What?
All you've got to do is just be a saint.